Hi y'all, it's BB here. Forget the camera angle, that's the best I have. Okay, so I want to talk about something that's been important to me since I was a teenager. I'm 33 years old right now. So I cross-posted this on Fine Fashion and Asperger's, because I do have Asperger's, high-functioning autism, but I prefer Asperger's because it's a different set of diagnostic criteria that applies more to me than standard classic autism, even on a high functioning level. So, a unique interest of mine. Since my teenage years, I have always loved buying big kid clothes in department stores, like sizes 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, including husky sizes in boys and plus sizes in girls. The puberty sizes, basically. Very common in the 80s and the 90s when in Sears catalogs and JCPenney catalogs and Dillard's catalogs, kids' clothes, and the Toys R Us catalogs at Christmas. Kids' clothes, you could order them in the biggest sizes possible, not just in the, our store only carries kids' sizes up to 14. After that, they'll just have to make do with the men's sizes or guys' sizes or the junior sizes or the women's sizes. Even if the clothes are too big for them or they don't fit right or they're disproportionate in fit, etc. So, I was a teenager from 13, 14, whatever, and my body was not growing proportionately. So some clothes were from juniors, and others were from the big kids. Well, into my senior year this was common very well into my senior year of high school. After that, my clothes were mostly my choice. I often shopped at JCPenney or Target for most clothes. JCPenney has always been top dog in inventory of big kids and puberty sizes, plus sizes, and husky sizes. They have always been top dog. And then one day, I realized that JCPenney sold and discarded all of its unsold clothing and misprints to Value Village. Savers in some states, Value Village in other states. So sometimes I could find the girls' plus sizes at Value Village more often than JCPenney. And that was usually in half sizes, so 12 and a half plus, 14 and a half plus, 16 and a half plus, 18 and a half plus, 20 and a half plus, 22 and a half plus, and so on. About 3 years ago, in 2021, maybe 2020, my local JCPenney store added big girl sizes 18, 20, 22, and 24, and their plus sizes 18 and a half, 20 and a half, 22 and a half, 24 and a half to their inventory on the sales floor. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was amazing. I once got a pair of jogger pants and big girls 22 and a half plus for $3. It was great. I still wear the pants at least once a week. Usually just to take out the garbage or go get the mail, which I haven't done in 2 months. I'm an idiot. Poor lack of adulting on my part. Hi! It was amazing how much their inventory had changed over the last decade. About 6 years ago, I outgrew the boys' husky 22 shorts and t-shirts, just a sad fact of my adult female body growing and changing with age and finally catching up to where it should be when I was about 26, 27 years old. I'm 33 years old now, but the last remaining 7 items of big kids clothing that I still have, they still fit. All of the items are sizes 18 husky through 24 plus. 18 husky, 18 plus, through the 24 plus. Today I was grocery shopping at Walmart and noticed new signage over the girls' clothes section. which is right before the checkout lanes. The new signage showed new sizing. Huh? They ditched the traditional even dual numbered sizes like 6, 8, 8, 10, 10, 12, 12, 14, 14, 16, in favor of mostly single odd numbers. As follows, this is the new Walmart clothing system in girls' clothes. XXXL. So triple XL is a size 21. Double XL is a 19. XL is a 17. Large is a 13 to 15. Medium is a 9, 11. Small is a 5 to 7. Extra small is a 4. Extra extra small is a 3. There is also a plus size edition for each numbered size, adding even more variety for the customers. Well, into my early 20s, I preferred shopping for clothes in the big girls and big boys because everything fit me just right and fit me better, in all caps, than in juniors or misses or petite. I hate shopping in petite. I fucking hate it, Mom! Whew. Nothing in petite ever fucking fits me right. I swear. I'm 5'2" with a 34-inch waist. I lost 4 inches over the summer in my waist size alone. I have short legs with a 29.5-inch inseam. I have been lucky enough to find the occasional 29.34 and 29.36 in men's jeans, both at Walmart and Value Village. I used to shop at Justice for my senior year of high school through my early 20s until Justice closed all their stores. That made me very sad. They had so many great clothes in 18, 20, 22, 24, and in plus sizes. At one time, I had about 20 shirts and tops from Justice. I probably even had a cardigan and a sweater and a hoodie. I miss them. I think I had some bandanas and some hair clips and some headbands that wrapped around my head. I love those too. I just miss one of them that I can't seem to find the existence of on the internet anymore. It was a baseball tee style with scoop neck, navy blue 3/4 length sleeves, glitter, white main portion of the shirt, a doodle of a unicorn, and cursive sans loopy font that read sparkle like a unicorn. Or is it glitter like a unicorn? I think it was sparkle like a unicorn. I had it in size 20 plus, and it was very billowy on me. I could have gotten it as an 18 plus, and it would have fit a lot better. Man, I missed that shirt so much. I'm reading this off of my Reddit post, by the way. Does anyone else here have an affinity for dressing down, dressing younger, not wanting to abandon the clothes that made you feel the most comfortable? Even if you don't fit in the clothes anymore? Or they're way too juvenile compared to your real age? So it would look ridiculous or kind of silly or it would be confusing to the general public. That's an adult? Dressed like a kid in 2004? Huh? What? You see, that's my problem. What department stores, whether still in business or long defunct, do you recall having a wide selection of big kids' clothes in the puberty sizes? What stores offered clothes in plus or husky size up to 22 or 24? Did you make the choice to wear them? Or did your parents choose for you? Additionally, I love watching TV shows or movies, whether mainstream or cringeworthy low budget, where it is more than visually obvious that the child actors are supposed to portray a character 2 to 3 years younger than themselves and are dressed down in big kid sizes for clothes and wardrobe. Such as season 2 of Degrassi, The Next Generation. Manny, JT, and Liberty had specifically, I could tell, with my well-trained eye, of big kid sizes of clothes. Liberty had the plus size in big girls. JT was like in the 16s, 18s, 20s of the upper end of boys' clothes. Maybe some young guys' clothes, but he was like 5'2", 5'3" at the end of season 2, and then he had there was a 6-month gap between season 2 and season 3, and Ryan Cooley, the actor who played JT, had this puberty growth spurt major. And then he came back wearing maybe the odd, I don't know, size 20, 22, button-down short-sleeve shirt over the t-shirt, because that was 2000 fashion in boys. And then additional characters, Parenthood on NBC. We had Max, Jabbar, and Victor. Jabbar was definitely still in kids' clothes at that age when Parenthood ended in season 6 in 2015. And then the kids who played Max and Victor, Max was Max Burkholder, and Victor was Zolo Marguerite? The kid from Cobra Kai. And it was easy to see that he was probably in the upper end of big boy clothes, maybe 18s and 20s, because he was just a really tall kid at 11, 12 years old. Then we have Party of Five, Claudia. That show, Party of Five, NBC, late 90s, early 2000s, genius show, loved it. And Claudia was the second youngest sibling, but basically the youngest for the entire series, minus the sporadic scenes of baby, toddler, little kid Owen. He doesn't count in this conversation. Then we have the younger brothers from Good Luck Charlie and Wizards of Waverly Place. It was easy to see that they were still in the boys' clothes of maybe 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s throughout the series. Then we have Girl Meets World, Farkle. When I watched Girl Meets World, Farkle Minkus. Farkle was definitely maybe one of 3 character kids still obviously wearing the big kid sizes of clothes. And he was probably in, I'd say 14, 16s. And then by the end of the series, he was probably in 20s. 18, 20s. As for Sabrina Carpenter and the other girl, the main 2 girls, I think in season 1, some of their clothes were kind of Justice Limited 2 style. Maybe it's Gap. But, you get my point. And then, going way farther back, 70s and 80s, there was the kids of Degrassi Street. And I don't think any of those kids were in adult clothes, because they were practically, up until 12, 13 years old. Up until they were 12. And then in SVU, Law & Order SVU, most child actors under the age of 14, until 2015, it was obvious to see that, they were always dressed down. Because they were the victims of a sexual assault, or the victim of bullying and took a gun to school, or the victim of a physical assault, or the victim of, dying from a gunshot wound. But it was obvious that even the most challenging or psychopath kids had their actors were dressed in kid sizes. Then we have young Sheldon. And I wouldn't doubt it if Ian Armitage, well, you know what? He might be 5'6", 5'7" by now, but in the beginning of the series, he was very much a little kid. But now season 7 of young Sheldon, season 1, Georgie was probably being dressed slightly down in maybe boys 16s, 18s, but then he had a growth spurt and he was just in the guy's clothes for the rest of the time. And then now he's a grown man. I think in his early 20s, whoever played Georgie. And then we have Missy. I loved the outfits that the wardrobe department put Missy in. Oh my god, her outfits are great. Especially in season 1 and season 2 of Young Sheldon. The Missy's outfits were awesome. They were great. They were very age appropriate. And you know what? I know that Young Sheldon is supposed to be set like in the late 80s or early 90s or something, but I wish kids still dressed like that. I really do. I really wish that kids would still dress down. Dress them down. People, dress your kids down. And you don't have to get them the latest fashion and 5 billion holes ripped in their distressed jeans to make them look good. Just get them average, regular jeans. Average, regular jeans. It's not that hard. You go to Target, you go to... Oh, you can't go to Sears. There's only 12 left. Meow! 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 Says my kitty. He's frustrated about something. I don't know what. So anyways, to finish this one, and then there was a cheesy low-budget Christian film called Lifted in, like, 2007, 2008. And I've watched it, like, I don't know, over 500 times since then. And the main kid was, like, 13 years old in real life and dressed down to look like a 10-year-old. And I just always admired the clothes that the kid was dressed in for the role that he had to play, rather than just, you know, make him look like an ordinary teenager. So, my final thing is, I'm not big on fast fashion. I don't like short quality clothes. I've always preferred big kids and juniors clothes through my mid-20s because they last longer, they're made for durability, and they're made for childhood play. I love them, and I always will. Okay, that's what I have to say. Kids' clothes, ultimately, should be made for kids. They should be made, kids' clothes and teen clothes should be made similar. Many of them should be made the same. Just increase the sizing. And especially in pants, increase the sizing and the variety in long leg or extra long leg or extra skinny or flare or boot cut or straight leg. Or short leg boot cut, short leg skinny cut, short leg straight cut, short leg extra skinny, short leg jegging, long leg jegging, extra long leg jegging. I wish clothing brands would just continue to make these sizes of puberty sizes, because puberty can be so painful and such a bitch to so many kids and teens that clothes don't fit them properly. Some kids and teens, clothes fit them great, and some kids and teens, the clothes just don't fit them that well. Between the smaller sizes that their stores are limited to, and then the big teen sizes or the teen junior guy sizes just aren't that great for how they fit certain kids and teens' bodies. So this is a long video. I don't know if anyone is going to make it this far in the video, but if you have, I appreciate your patience. Thanks for listening to me rant about kids' clothing sizes and why they should be more manufactured, why they should be mass manufactured. I mean, look at school uniforms and school uniform websites and school uniform producers like Izod. Izod. You can get Izod at JCPenney, but you can also get school uniform clothes at like Target or Old Navy. I mean, depending on what your school suggests you buy for clothes and where you buy them. But many school uniform manufacturers mass manufacture the clothes for uniforms up into like size 20, size 22, with plus sizes for girls and husky sizes for boys. Making, not just because we live in a nation of obesity, morbid obesity, some childhood obesity here and there, but just because puberty is a bitch to the human body of a child or a preteen or a teenager. And not all clothes are going to fit perfectly, especially when maybe your selection of places to shop for clothes may be limited. Or you can't find the right sizes online because no matter how much you look online, you're not going to be able to find the size and the type of pants or the type of shirt that you need for your kid. Dear clothing manufacturers, keep on mass producing 14s, 16s, 18s, 20s, 22s in husky sizes and plus sizes. Especially for growing kids, preteens, teenagers, kids with disproportionate bodies. Sir. Thank you. Anyways, that's my rant, approaching the 22-minute mark. Ow! Biscuits! Oh, biscuits! Oh, Mr. Biscuits! Okay. Get your butt out of my camera. That's a cat, by the way. Okay, bye. Thanks for listening to me rant.